misgender me, 90% of the time I know that they don't know, and the 10% of the time it's just somebody being an asshole. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Ren'sKaseTV. We decided to come back with another video. With this video, we decided to do something that is sticking to our roots, which is pretty much the basis of our channel, which is LGBT issues.
And this one, I don't really have much insight on, but I guess I do because usually when it happens, I'm with them. Excuse me?
We decided that we want to talk about misgendering and dating people. We kind of have a video somewhat similar to this, but now that I'm on testosterone, I can actually speak for somebody who is on testosterone instead of being pre-testosterone.
So we're going to talk about pronouns again. For those who don't know, Kason is a trans man. I'm a gender fluid being.
So yeah, which actually brings us to our first video. The first video we ever made was talking about pronouns and how people should respect them. So once again, my pronouns are he, him, his.
Mine are she, hers, they, them. And this video isn't going to be more really about the pronouns. It's going to be about the reactions of what it feels, I guess, what it feels like to be misgendered, I guess. Because it's intense for all parties involved.
I wouldn't say all parties involved, because when somebody misgenders me, 90% of the time I know that they don't know, and the 10% of the time it's just somebody being an asshole.
But for him, what is it like when you get misgendered, I guess? Like, what does it feel like?
It feels like my transition. Basically, I've been transitioning for a year and almost 2 months. So I know to everybody that I'm not going to look as cis male assumed. So some people, they don't know. So some people might think, oh, that's a guy, but he has very soft features, or he has very somewhat feminine looking features. So it's people who don't know me, I kind of give them the pass the first time. But the people who know me, it's just like, now you're being an asshole. And it doesn't feel good. Yeah,
it always stresses him out, and like it's to the point where I don't know where he's gonna how he's gonna react when he gets misgendered, because sometimes like, all right, I know it's a one-time thing, it happens, and then other times it can undo our whole day.
Yeah, like some days I'll just like let it roll out for me. We could be in the store, or we can be getting the Uber, and like our first video, people be like, hey ladies, how you doing today? And it's just like, I got to the point where now I strategically don't say anything. I'll let it go, and then like they'll hear me talk in the Uber, and they're like, oh damn, that's a man. It's a man. Like my voice is deep as shit. Like you can see my facial hair, but it's not like I got a full-on beard just yet. So to some people, I'm pretty sure it's like, okay, well, I don't want to misgender this person. I don't know how to approach them.
And then other times I've had to speak up, which anyone who knows me, I have severe anxiety and I'm super shy. I don't like the sound of my own voice most days.
And I'm the type, the more I'm starting to become cis-assumed, the more I don't want to like cause any trouble with nobody, because we live in LA, and if you think about LAPD, then you know I don't want them trying to come harass me or try to like arrest me, throw me to the ground for anything. So I just like, you know what, whatever, it is what it is. I know who I am.
So it's always awkward, but in those moments where we had corrected someone, the person usually just looks very confused, especially since it's usually an Uber driver.
Yeah.
And it's usually an older person, and like it's kind of hard to explain to them sometimes.
Especially with older black women. Like we could be in the grocery
or older Latinx women too.
Yeah, like older women period. Like men really genuinely don't care. Like men greet me like I'm like a cis het guy. Like, oh hey man, what's going on? Like, men don't really care. It's more so the women. I guess because like some of my facial features are very soft and thin. Well, I don't want to say thin, but like very soft.
Yeah, it looks like a little boy.
Unfortunately.
So it just kind of makes them assume certain things, and it puts us all in an awkward situation because we also don't know when it's safe to correct someone.
Yeah, that's also another thing that I struggle with, because it's just like I don't like outing myself in places or around people that I do not know. So Ubers, like us being the Ubers, that's like a big thing. Me outing myself. Who say this guy? Because I'm trans and they know that. Well, this fact that them knowing I'm trans, period, puts me in a very dangerous situation at times. Some like when I out myself to people, like I had plenty of jobs and I'm out on myself. It's like, okay, cool, like we don't care. But it's like, because I'm working with you, you have to know this.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you have to know. It's just in case something comes up with my legal name and you're not looking like, well, who the hell is this? But yeah, like with Ubers, I get hella nervous because it's like I don't want to out myself to you, and then you just like on the app say you drop me off and you just still driving to a fucking alley, beat the shit out of me, rape me or some stupid shit like that. So it's just like I get hella anxious in Ubers.
And then even when it comes to family, like we're going to go visit my family in a few weeks, maybe. Well, we're going on a trip and we'll probably see my family because we're going in that general region. And it's always uncomfortable because I have a lot of older people. Okay, not a lot. Not a lot of older people in my family. Would you say that?
Not a lot.
I like to think they are. I think everyone's old. Past age is funny. I think you're old. Yes, I'm old, and so is he. But anyway, and I don't know how to correct them. You know, I correct them every time. It just always feels uncomfortable for me because.
And it's uncomfortable for me because it's just like you don't want to correct an older black woman who's like constantly
for you.
It could constantly like referring to you as she and her, but it's just like, at what point do I say, like, defend myself, not in an asshole-ish way or like being rude, to just say, hey, this is what it is. Because I mean, I know people treat trans like it's a new thing and it's a fad, but it's really been around forever. The terminology has changed over the years, yes, but trans people have been here forever.
I mean, lucky for me, when we navigate spaces, usually with people, my peers and my family, I have a very liberal educational background, liberal social group, and a liberal family group, so it's not an issue. But when it comes to his family,
my family's very conservative.
It could be very different for us.
Yeah, and it's like another thing. I'm not in the mental space to go back to that. I'm not in the mental space to deal with the potential dead name. I'm not saying everybody in my family will, but I'm just saying the chance that it might happen, I feel like it's greater than it not happening. I'm not ready to deal with that. Until I can physically feel comfortable in my skin to where I won't have no problem correcting anybody about dead naming me, misgendering me, the usual, then I'll feel better. But I'm still, and it's been 2 weeks at this point, and I still have not went back to Texas because I'm still unpacking a lot of like trauma, and I'm still trying to get comfortable in this skin that I'm in now, and I'm still trying to get acclimated to really appearing as Kason instead of just seeing Kason in the mirror.
So yeah, he has to go home eventually. We both know that, and he was treated like pulling a band-aid off a wound, but at the same time, he has to make sure he doesn't re-trigger himself. He hasn't even figured out all his triggers and his words, so we need to just...
Yeah, I haven't. So that's the thing. Like, I don't want to put myself in a situation to where I see something or somebody says something and it just like triggers something in me, and it's like my fucking anxiety start acting up, or I just go off on somebody because it's just like... Now it's just like I don't hold my tongue as much, so it's either I'm not gonna say anything or you're gonna hear about it. And when you hear about it, I'm gonna just let everything out. And I don't want me going back home to be like that.
I mean, even recently, he's been like noticing things on Facebook where people would misgender him, and he used to let it go, but now not so often he doesn't let it go.
Yeah, because it's just like I'm almost 2 years into my transition. No, I don't post a lot of facial pictures. I pretty don't post on Facebook at all. A lot. So a lot of people still see me as who I used to be, and they still think because they don't really see a lot of facial hair that I'm still that person, that I just moved to California and changed my name and I'm still identified as a woman. No, I am a transgender man. I do not identify with anything feminine. I do not use she, her pronouns. My name is not my dead name. I'm about to dead name myself. I'm not that person anymore. And it's just like, even with my voice, like, when we first started this channel last year, September, before I announced testosterone, my voice, it was higher. So, of course, my face was more feminine looking. So, of course, then, when I was kind of saying, you know, my pronouns he, him, his, of course, I expected people to look at me crazy because they was like, probably like, okay, well, what the hell, this is a whole woman and you talking about, like, you don't use, like, feminine pronouns. But then again, I have to remember that I live in LA, so everything is hella liberal, hella progressive, so people understand that, people get that.
Well, don't think it's too liberal.
Yeah, it ain't that liberal, but it's just like...
It's more liberal than the South.
Yeah, so if I was to, like, transition in Texas, I'm pretty sure I would have to go through a hell of a lot of obstacles. I probably wouldn't be able to get jobs. I probably wouldn't be able to, like, get housing just simply because of the fact that I'm trans.
So yeah, it's been a growth process, especially when it comes to pronoun usage. And me, on the other hand, because I do tend to present feminine, which I don't really like presenting feminine. It's something that I actually battle with internally quite often. But I tend to just people ignore my they, them, their pronouns, and that's really my preference, honestly.
And that bothers me because I'm the type of person, like, since me and Renee have been dating, I don't just often ask Renee, like, what pronouns are you using today? I ask other people, especially queer people in queer spaces, because I don't want to miss shit to anybody. Because I know firsthand how that feels.
So yeah, I mean, my family know about my pronouns.
But once again, it goes back to the they, them, that sound like you're referring to two or more people.
It's complex, and I really don't care if people, well, no, I care if people misgender me, but with my family, I'm a little bit more lenient because they've known me as one person for 20-something years. So, but in general, I do prefer they, them, their pronouns, and I do correct people, but I don't always feel comfortable correcting people because I do present so feminine. And it's not that I even try to present feminine, it's just that I have a very feminine body shape, so no matter what I wear, I look very feminine. I can wear a paper bag and still look feminine. It's very uncomfortable, but it's a thing.
Yeah, it's just like, with me, it goes back to how do you correct people without coming off like you being rude about it. But at the same time, I understand that I'm in a position to where I have to educate people. And a lot of times it can be very exhausting because it's like I feel like I'm talking in circles to people because I have to realize that, okay, this is completely abstract to you. So I have to break it down into the simplest forms and just say, this is what it is. This is who I am. I'm not who I was born as. I don't identify as that person anymore. I never identified with that gender identity. I never identified as that person. I just went along with what I thought I was supposed to do.
So yeah, pronouns are still an issue.
Yeah, almost 2 years in, pronouns are still an issue. So don't be an asshole.
Don't assume people's pronouns, please.
Number one, don't assume people's pronouns. 2, do not assume people's gender identity. Not everybody identifies as a cisgender heterosexual person. Just because a person looks cisgender to you, like in a lot of cases, transgender men look very cishet more so than trans women. Don't assume somebody's gender. You don't know X. Especially if you're in queer spaces.
We're not even in queer space. We need to make this an everyday practice, especially with younger kids.
Why is our society so gendered and everything is black and white, male and female? Like, where is the box for people who don't identify with none of those? Like,
I mean, it brings me back to a conversation I was having about the Girl Scouts. I was a Girl Scout for like a long time, and I hated it. I thought it was the same thing as Boy Scouts, but with other girls. But no, I was wrong. I did not want to sell cookies. I wanted to go camping, even though I hate camping now. I'm actually afraid of the outdoors.
I want some Girl Scout cookies. We doing keto, so I can't have Girl Scout cookies unless we make a keto version of Girl Scout cookies.
And that means Ren has to bake and Ren's not baking.
So what we were saying about like everything being on a binary. Everything isn't binary. The world isn't binary.
Yep. Just stop forcing your assumptions on the people. And if you just did that, things would be like 30 times better, I promise.
Because that could be hella harmful and also triggering for certain people. Especially when you don't identify as a certain gender. You might be bi-gender, you might be agender, you might be gender non-conforming. Like, because somebody might look feminine, somebody might look masculine, you don't know what they identify as. And that might put them in a situation to where they're potentially getting harmed because of an assumption of gender. This might sound crazy to probably a lot of cishet people, but if you...
Well, older cishet people.
Older cishet people. Like, if you have been in a situation where you've been around somebody who's queer and their gender identity probably raises a lot of flags for various reasons, then you will understand.
But also, if you do misgender someone, that does not make you a bad person. But you need to apologize and correct yourself immediately.
Apologize, correct yourself, and moving forward. Moving forward. Use the right name, the right pronouns.
And then if you make mistakes, just apologize and keep going.
Exactly. We understand it. Learning a new name and pronouns is a process. Hell, I get it. I'm still going through it.
I misgendered him for the first year and a half of our... Well, not on purpose. It's just like I would forget. I wouldn't even forget. I'll just get mad. But that still sounds bad. I misgendered him for the first year on accident. It would just slip.
It wasn't even the first year. It was probably like the first 2 months.
Well, I'm hard on myself. And every time I do it, I'll just feel like the shittiest partner ever. Like, I'm like, oh God, he's going to break up with me. And this is how we end.
And unfortunately, because I was so used to it at that point, it didn't bother me. But now I'm to a point to where we're both at a point. It doesn't even happen anymore.
I haven't done it in months, maybe a year now.
Yeah. But it's just like, correct yourself immediately in that moment. Apologize, because some people might not speak out. Safety of our queer siblings and other queer people. Don't put them in dangerous situations. Use their preferred pronouns. Even if you don't understand it a little bit, just you trying shows that it goes a long way.
You trying is the difference between you getting cut off from us remaining in contact with you.
Yeah, like, I get it. It's not, like I said earlier, it's not you. You having to relearn stuff. You constantly trying to figure out how to approach somebody, what to say, what not to say. It could be a lot, but just show that you're trying. If you are willing to show me that you're willing to learn and I can teach you, and you're like soaking it up instead of just arguing with me, then we can go somewhere. Like, conversation wise, we can go somewhere. And those are the type of conversations that I appreciate having with you. I appreciate people who are willing to learn.
Is that it? So until next time,
this is Ren'sKaseTV.
And the takeaway of this video is, don't be an asshole. Don't misgender people.
Also, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, tap that bell for notifications. Follow us on social media.
We talk. Well, I don't actually post that much anymore because I got other shit to do.
Yeah, we both been busy with projects, so that's why
Excuse me?
we really haven't been active on social media. But follow us on social media. If you have any questions or want to know anything, DM us. We're not assholes. We will write you back, I promise.
And I think that's everything we wanted to say.
See y'all in the next video.
That was actually a really good video for us to be out of practice today.